Hello and welcome to this week's vlog. Today we are going to talk about key metrics that you should be watching with your marketing automation. Marketing automation is something that can seem very baffling at times. There are all these systems and workflows and things working behind the scenes. How do you know what is actually working and what is helping you to grow your business? With marketing automation, you may also be working with a variety of platforms. While you may have your one backbone platform, such as ActiveCampaign, you may have other systems that are integrating with your main platform and causing different triggers and workflows to happen. It can all seem like a big spider web of confusion. I'm here to help you identify what you should be tracking with your marketing automation at a bare minimum to know if what you're doing is even working at all. Let's go ahead and get started. The first metric that you want to be tracking with your marketing automation is new contact engagement. So this is a contact that is brand new to your system. They may have found your blog through a Google search and opted into your newsletter. They may have seen your webinar running through an ad and opted in to watch it. Regardless, they are a brand new contact who has never been on your email list before. We want to make sure that your new contacts are opening and even better clicking on the emails they are receiving within those first few weeks. If you have new contacts that are not engaged and you are pushing them into different automations and series and they have never opened an email, this is really going to tank your deliverability scores. This is why I recommend that you have specific automations tracking your brand new contacts right from the start so you can ensure that they are engaged and active on your list. The next metric that we are going to look at is your long-term contact engagement. This is where we're looking beyond 30 days, even beyond 90 or 180 days, maybe into 365 days. We want to look to see that contacts that are on your list for longer periods of time are engaged in your content. This means that they are continuing to open your newsletters, look at your promotions, and even continue to make purchases. If they are a long-term customer, you would be sending them into different customer nurturing automations and promotions, and we want to ensure that they are receiving and engaging with those. If you find that your new contact engagement is higher than your existing longer-term contact engagement, you may want to evaluate the strategy that you're using. It's always easier to take an existing contact or customer and sell them your next new product or service than it is to acquire a new lead. So keeping those long-term contacts engaged is so important to your business growth. All right, the next thing that we're going to look at is your automation statistics. Every single automation that you are sending in your platform, such as ActiveCampaign, will have statistics relevant to that automation itself. We want to look at the automation as a whole and understand the open rates, the click rates, and the click to open rates. Each of these provide very valuable data that can help you make decisions to create higher engaged contacts and conversions. So first is looking at the overall automation open rate. We want to ensure that your automations have an open rate of a minimum of 17%, and that is the bare minimum. I would love to see it higher, like 40 or 50%, depending on the automation. Next, we want to look at the click rates and the click to open rates. Now, these will compare the amount of clicks on an email based on the number of opens or the amount of clicks based on the number of sends. We look at these because they help us evaluate our subject line versus just the content inside. If we see high numbers of opens but less numbers of clicks, That means that we might want to improve the content or the call to action or just the general layout and look of the campaign itself within that automation. So looking at your automations is also a very important key metric to make sure is working properly. Finally, the last thing that we're going to look at is your campaigns. Now, this could be your standalone email campaigns, but also campaigns within automations. Within those campaigns, again, we want to ensure that your open rate is at a minimum of 17%, ideally much higher, and maybe double that, and your click rate is at least at 3%. Looking at your campaigns will help you identify the content that your contacts like and engage with the most. And when you evaluate individual campaigns, you can then use those most successful campaigns to inject into other automations and workflows. Campaigns are a really great way to test what your contacts like and then reuse the content in other areas of the workflows. So there you have it for today's vlog. We have talked about 4 very important metrics to look at within your marketing automation. If you are not currently looking at these metrics, I encourage you to do so as soon as possible so that you can understand what exactly is happening in your account and how to improve it. Have a great day.